This little thing with its head growing on a tree is actually a Japanese flying squirrel. We can also call it the flying squirrel. Interestingly, Japanese flying squirrels differ from the common flying squirrels. Their appearance resembles that of squirrels, but with a rounder head and a pair of big eyes like black grapes, looking very petite and cute. Besides that, although Japanese flying squirrels are named flying squirrels, they actually cannot fly. More accurately, between their front and back limbs grows a pair of highly elastic membranes. When spread out, the shape is like the paragliders invented by humans, which can assist them in gliding dozens of meters, belonging to a mini-sized gliding mammal. Additionally, Japanese flying squirrels are omnivorous animals mainly feeding on plants, usually liking to eat nuts and tender plant buds, but occasionally also eating some invertebrate insects. Many people abroad also keep them as pets. Their personality is quite lively and active, and gentle and affectionate towards people. With strong interactivity. It should be noted that their reproductive ability is very strong, basically able to reproduce year-round. Each litter can have around 10. In a good breeding environment, lifespan can reach up to 15 years. This thing being rubbed back and forth by its owner is actually a toucan. The scientific name is also called toga. It is the bird with the largest beak among all birds. The toucan's beak is mostly orange-yellow, with a length up to 20 centimeters, almost 1/3 of the body length, looking very bulky. But actually the inside of the beak is filled with sponge-like structures, very lightweight. The huge beak is mainly used to clamp food or to scare away predators. The bite force is basically negligible, equivalent to human chopsticks. Interestingly, toucan chicks in their juvenile stage look very interesting. When just born, they look like a pot of freshly cooked chicken. It takes about a month for them to have the general shape of a toucan. Additionally, the toucan's personality is relatively gentle. In some foreign regions, they are also kept as pets. When petting it, it will make a da-da-da sound and continuous exhaling sounds, or when feeling nervous, it will shake its body like a little electric motor. But sometimes they will also fight with their beaks over mates and knock off their own beaks. Fortunately, humans have superglue to repair it in time. This glutinous rice ball preparing to take off is actually a long-tailed tit. We can also call it Yon Hana, but with its round appearance like a snowball, we prefer to call it Little Fat Jew. Interestingly, the long-tailed tit is very petite. Adult body length averages around 12 centimeters, and the tail is exceptionally long, accounting for more than half of the body length. Although it looks somewhat plump, its weight is only about 6 grams, equivalent to the weight of an A4 sheet of paper. Additionally, their feather colors are cleverly combined, with black, white, and red, looking very cute. In winter, they puff up their feathers, forming a thick insulating layer, looking like a fluffy white fur ball. The reason they do this is because in this puffed up state, it can effectively create more layers of still air. Thus, in the cold winter, their body temperature won't be lost. Besides looking exquisite, the long-tailed tit also lives exquisitely. Its nest must be built with soft materials, comparable to a wild Simmons mattress, very much like those college students who can't sleep on a hard wooden bed. The thing that sounds like it's not peeing enough is actually a lyrebird, a rather unique type under the night sky. Patoo birds. The appearance of patoos is extremely interesting. Their eyes are round like big black grapes. The reason their eyes appear to have no pupils is because in immature young birds, the iris pigment hasn't fully settled yet. Moreover, the patoo's beak is very short. When it opens its mouth, it's as wide as a toad's mouth. Interestingly, patoos are often joked about by many as South America's tree spirits. This is because they never build nests. They have no mortgage worries at all. When tired, they camouflage themselves as a branch or stump, standing motionless, and sleep soundly. Even in stormy weather, they still blend into the tree trunk. If you quietly approach them, they will tightly close their eyes, hoping you won't see them. But if they really can't hold it, they will put on a fierce bluff, appearing extremely aggressive. but in reality, their combat power
Additionally,
is zero. Due to limited family conditions, patus usually only dare to lay one egg per clutch. They lay it on a tree stump. Then the couple takes turns incubating and raising it. It's quite hilarious. This thing that's doing foot and mouth cross infection is actually a jaguar. Sometimes we also call it the American tiger. It's the top predator on the American continent, and also the third largest cat in the world. Adult jaguars generally grow to 110 centimeters to 180 centimeters. Their build is sturdy with a very thick chest, weighing between 56 to 96 kilogram. In size, only second to lions and tigers. Interestingly, jaguar cubs in their juvenile stage look extremely cute. Their fur color is pale yellow, while adult jaguars have golden yellow fur. From the fur color, in their juvenile stage, they look more like little lions covered in spots. The reason they have two fur colors is because the cub's fur pigment has not fully matured yet. Additionally, many people often mistake them for leopards, but actually, they are easy to distinguish by morphology. The jaguar has a large, round head with rosette spots on the body, giving a more powerful feel. The leopard has a relatively smaller head, with mostly hollow rosette spots, looking more refined. This thing drooling from pleasure is actually a Brazilian tapir, belonging to a type of four-toed ungulate, a large mammal with four toes on the front feet. Interestingly, some people at first sight mistake it for a wild boar, but the Brazilian tapir has no relation to wild boars. It's an independent species under the tapir genus, but it has some distant kinship with horses. The appearance of the Brazilian tapir is very interesting. A rhino-like face with a pig-like body, plus a short trunk like an elephant's. A haphazardly assembled mix and match look, giving a foreign-like visual sense. Though ugly in appearance, there's an old saying, rough and crude, slender willows, etc. The more you look, the more like my friend. Additionally, adult Brazilian tapirs are enormous in size. Body length can reach 250 centimeters. Weight can even reach 280 kilogram. Tough skin with short, stiff body hair. Can even hold breath underwater for 20 minutes, like an amphibious pickup truck. At the same time, it is also one of the ancient species families. Its history can be traced back to about 50 million years ago in the Eocene epoch. This thing with clear eyes like a college student is actually a dik-dik, one of the smallest antelopes in the world. Dik-diks are different from common antelopes. Their shoulder height is generally only 30 centimeters, weighs only 3 to 5 kilograms, about the size of a medium-sized dog. Interestingly, the physical characteristics of the dik-dik are very interesting. They have a pointed head, with a head of solid yellow hair, like from an electronics factory, and a new-style little nose that loves to wiggle around. Extremely amusing. But what you don't know is, you think they're constantly twitching their nose to act cute, but actually it's because the dik-dik's nose is covered in wavy muscles, which help cool their blood through rapid breathing, thus maintaining body temperature during high-speed running. Additionally, the dik-dik's call is very unique. They emit a peculiar sound to transmit signals. It even has a foreign name called dik, named after the sound they make. Dik-diks are a rather promiscuous animal. They are usually monogamous. They show affection by covering each other's feces, then pooping on top to express courtship. And that's considered mated. These things that look like low-budget giant pandas are actually Tibetan brown bears, also commonly known as human-faced bears, one of the rarest bear subspecies in the world, mainly distributed in Tibet, China, and other areas, at altitudes of 5,000 meters. Additionally, don't think they look dumb and silly and pitiful, but they are notorious man-eating bears. Adult Tibetan brown bears can reach 210 centimeters in length, shoulder width about 1 meter, weighing up to 400 kilograms. Among bears, they are very intelligent and ferocious animals with super strong learning and imitation abilities. Legend has it they put cow dung on their heads and wave at people to lure curious folks over to watch, and finally turn you into a big melon. Though unsure if Tibetan brown bears do this, but with their massive bodies, a Tibetan brown bear's paw strike can exceed 450 kilograms of force. In their territory, they basically walk sideways. Even huge Tibetan mastiffs don't dare provoke them easily. If you're lucky enough to encounter one, it's best to stay far away. This thing that sounds like a clip when called is actually a red panda, but we prefer to call it the lesser panda. Interestingly, many people mistake it for a bear because of the panda in its name, but the red panda is not a bear. It is an independent species in the red panda family. Additionally, the red panda's appearance is very cute, with reddish-brown fur all over, short legs, and white markings on the cheeks, round body with stubby limbs, looking fluffy and very endearing. As an omnivorous animal, they are very greedy, with a wide variety of food sources. Especially no resistance to high sugar fruits. No resistance at all. In terms of personality, red pandas are very lively and dangling their short legs wandering around every day, or fighting with companions. The type that's super hyper in social aspects decides using calls to communicate. They also express with different postures. For example, when excited, they will stand up, body clenching little fists. When nervous or scared, they raise both hands, pretending to look fierce. But actual combat power is zero.